Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ed Grim, the Rock DJ, and today we are going to be checking out the brand new album from Kenyan Metalcore band, last year's Tragedy, the very legendary big band from my hometown, Jesus Lord, my home country. I'm saying this because I know that there are people who are subscribed to this channel and are not Kenyan. I know there's some people maybe from Finland, maybe from Japan, maybe from the States. Well, if you're new to LYT, last year's Tragedy, they are a Kenyan metalcore band, one of the best around here. And today we're going to be checking out their brand new LP, full LP that they just dropped a few days ago. I bought my copy. I bought my copy because what is January? You know what I'm saying? I bought my own copy, digital copy of course. And if there's a physical one, LYT, if you're watching, I'm coming for a physical copy. If you do have physical copies, love this album. And today I'm going to be doing a breakdown of 11 tracks. It is an 11-track album. If you haven't listened to it, don't worry. I'm going to explain it in a lot of detail. And also I'm going to sample some of the songs, just snip bits of the song so that you understand what I'm saying in case you haven't listened yet. Alright, if you're brand new here, if you happen to be brand new and you haven't subscribed yet, why aren't you subscribed yet? Subscribe! And smash like if you enjoy talking about rock music. I do reactions, reviews, commentaries, and sometimes interviews. Alright, let's just jump straight into it. What do I think of this album? Let's start with the first song. I have notes, so if you see me looking down, it's because I have notes, but I'm going to try and explain it without reading so much because I gave this album a bunch of listens before I decided to do this review. First song is called Of Faith and Ruin. It's the intro to the album, and dear Lord, I have never had such an intro in my life. I've listened to a lot of albums and Christ, what the hell? The intro is so powerful. It is powerful, like. I can't explain it properly how intense that intro is. The riffs in that song, the drumming, just the song arrangement. If you listen to the track, the way just the whole thing is arranged is just. It gave me goosebumps, and that has never happened to me. I've ever listened to music and experienced like chills, but to the point that hairs on my hand are standing. Never. That was the very first time I've experienced something like that. So congratulations, LYT. You're my first. You're my first. Yeah, I've never experienced something like that, because when I had that, I felt something. I just felt hairs on my hand just standing up. And there's also this breakdown. It's just one dirty, disgusting breakdown. Eh? Then there's a part where it goes like dun, 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 dun. Like, I haven't heard something like that since like the very intense metalcore years of the 2000s. Yeah, I haven't heard a breakdown like that in a while. Of course, the production quality of this album is also pretty good, so if you listen to it with headphones on, it comes off really well. Next song is called Red Dwarf. Because I'll be genuinely honest, because it's a metalcore album and I haven't listened to it as much. I haven't digested the lyrical content. So not all the songs I understood what the lyrical content was, but musically, instrumentally, I've understood enough to be able to review this album. And in Red Dwarf, I can feel like LYT are drawing like influences. They have influences with bands like As I Lay Dying. Yeah, it sounds like you're listening to like a Kenyan version of As I Lay Dying, which in my opinion is like a huge compliment, because As I Lay Dying are one of the best metalcore bands around. The song has like really great keys, so shout out to the keyboardist of LYT, Ruto. Really great keys, and then it also has some really malicious drumming. Like you can hear it when you listen to it carefully. It's like a yeah, it's like really intense. Also, it has some really intense breakdowns, and I noticed vocally, cheesy. It's like his vocals take like a background. Like they go into the background a bit, and then Ted, the guy who does clean, his vocals, like really shine in this song. So I felt like in this song, the guy who does Clean Ted Ngure, he really shines in this song. That's just the way I felt when I first listened to the track. And also I noticed in this specific track, the production quality at the end, especially as the song is coming to a close, is just shout out to the Andromeda music. I've never made a face like that. Yeah, I've never made a face like that. That's how you know, like, I'm intensely impressed. The production quality is so good, so good. I mean, other bands should be envious. Yeah, other bands should be envious. Yeah, really great production quality, I have to admit. Next up is Mammoth. Mammoth was one of the singles from the album. Really great vocals, I can't complain. Also the riffs in this song, yeah, that the song starts is just amazing. And also I'd say this is the first part now we get to hear like more let me say technicality, with like tempo changes within the song. The other first two tracks, they have tempo changes, but this one is a bit more noticeable. It's more out there, just in my opinion. These are all just my opinions, really. I feel like the tempo changes in this track are a bit more out there compared to the first two. There's something that I should, complain about, and that is at the end of the song Mammoth. I don't know if it is Diallo. Diallo, shout out to you. Diallo is one who does rhythm for this song for the band. I don't know if it's Diallo who's singing at the end or he's the one saying the lyrics, but it's not as clear as the first, let me say, half of the song. And maybe it was done intentionally because of just what the lyrics are saying. I know the lyrics there are kind of sad, so maybe it was done intentionally, I don't know. But hapo mwisho the vocals sound a bit muffled and not mixed as well. I don't know if it was done intentionally. Maybe it was done intentionally, like they just as a way of expressing the lyrics much better. Kama it was not done intentionally, whoopsie on your end. Next up is a very crazy track with a very nice name. It's called In Medias Res. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but I googled this. In Medias Res refers to when a story is told from the middle and then it's told from the perspective of, it's like the middle of an action scene. Stuff is just happening and you're not even given the context. Yeah, the narrative just begins in the middle. Everything is unfolding from the middle, not from the beginning. So in medias res, of course. And when I listened to this song gave me the imagery of like someone who's being chased in the forest. I don't know why. Yeah, that fast-paced, like thriller movie kind of feel. And somewhere halfway through the song kind of goes nuts. Yeah, you hear this intense, fast-paced blast beat. It's like LYT. I'm like, oh, you thought that was impressive? It's like, let's go even times 200%. That's one of those songs I think that performed live, when gigs return performed live, mosh pit would go nuts. So I really like this one as well. Number 5 has to do with Perihelion. Perihelion is the 5th track. And I had to Google this because whoever writes songs for LYT, of course, went to English school. I promise you. Where have you ever heard the word perihelion apart from maybe a science class there? So perihelion, for those of you who do not know, I googled this. Perihelion is when a planet is orbiting the sun. So of course the orbit is not exactly like a perfect circle, it's more like a oval there. So the part that is closest to the sun is called perihelion, while the part that is farthest from the sun is called aphelion. So look at me with my degree in Google. I of course felt very proud when I understood this concept. The opening melody in the track, it sounds like gave me the imagery of like a sunrise. Yeah, it gave me like the imagery of like a sunrise, like they're in movies when the sun rises and daffodils, flowers start to open up and then you see the dew evaporating. Yeah, it gave me that kind of imagery. And maybe it's because now I understood what perihelion is. I don't know, just my thoughts. And then also shout out to Ruto, again, keyboardist. Some of the best keyboard work in the album you hear in this track. Yeah, love the melodies created by the keys. by Ruto. Really great stuff. Next up has to be Intercessor by LYT featuring Rish, who is a Kenyan, one of the best Kenyan vocalists in Kenya, top tier of course. Jerry, how are you? If you happen to watch this, shout out to you. Great vocals on this track. About half the track is dominated just by Rish singing. So if you don't know this track, maybe you're watching this review and you haven't listened to the album. Yes, Rish is in this album, and in this track she just dominates half the track, and then later on Cheesy comes in to do his thing, and it gets like a Beauty and the Beast kind of dynamic vocally. You have this really great vocals from Rish, and then you have this really monstrous vocal from Cheesy. Lyrically I haven't broken down the song. I'm just telling you what I thought about it musically, and of course the production was really good. I felt like this song is much slower than the other songs. It felt like it had more of like a heavy metal vibe more compared to metalcore, but I really liked it as well. Number 7 is 47, and I don't know if that was meant to be some kind of symbolism or wordplay, or like a hidden wink towards the audience when they put 7 and 47 in the same place. This song of course has some political themes. You can tell this because the song starts with like, there's a cartoon that's played in the beginning of the song that sounds like something that's played when we are having Jamhuri Day celebrations, or when we're having just one of these Kenyan national holidays like Jamhuri Day, Mashujaa Day sort of tunes. Started like one of those Nyayo sort of like, yeah, which also reminds me of like Crystal Axis work. Yeah, political stuff that also talks about, you can hear like lyrics talking about how there's going to be an awakening amongst the citizens that is going to cause them to start going after their leaders and making them accountable for the crimes that they've done or the wrongdoings that they've done, something like that. Maybe I had my own things, but that's what I derived from the song. Also in this track, maybe I didn't hear, maybe I was hearing my own things, but Elephant in the Room, if you're a fan of LYT, you know that song, Elephant in the Room. That song, the riff in Elephant in the Room, there's also a bit of that riff in this track. I don't know if it's meant to be a connection compared to that EP, the song in that EP to this album. And then also somewhere at the 2 minutes 30 seconds mark, you hear this like blend between the guitars and also the keys, and it just comes out beautifully. It's like this they're intertwining the melodies of the guitar. Typically in a song you hear both of them like separately, but here it's like they are blending to form one nice giant mesh tune. Which I found to be like really cool. Like LYT just keep constantly showing you just how much they not only understand metal, yeah, just how well they can manipulate it to mess with you and just create whatever they want you to hear, in my opinion. Next up has to be Pounds for Flesh, another track that was a single, and I also reacted to, so I'll leave the link to pop up here if you want to check it out. And well, Ruto again. Let us simp for Ruto kidogo. Ruto, who does keys on this song, on this album. Magnificent stuff, my guy. You really bring out the melodic metalcore in LYT, and I think that is really awesome. I also love the clean vocals, especially in this song as well. And around the 2 minute mark, there's a perfect blend. There's, like the Thanos says, perfectly balanced.
Perfectly balanced. This whole thing should be.
Vocals, keys, and lyrics. It's perfectly at the 2 minute mark. Yeah. When you listen to this song, you'll understand what I'm saying. So let's go now to the big one, The Violation, the one that had a music video. Love this song. I think I've watched the music video for this song on YouTube about, let's say, 68 times. Yeah, I'm noticing even small details like how their clothes change, during the music video. I also like how in the music video they are blindfolded and they are headbanging while blindfolded. Shout out to Diallo, who plays the rhythm for LYT. Diallo, in the music video you are headbanging with glasses on. I found that to be so cool. Hey Mazimi, I can't headbang with glasses on, I can't. Yeah. Then you're also playing guitar while headbanging. I found that to be so cool. And generally shout out to the whole band for headbanging blindfolded. Yeah, headbanging blindfolded. And also in that music video for Violation, shout out to Ted, who just brings the energy. Yeah, he brought so much energy to the music video, so shout out to him, and just shout out to the rest of the band. I feel like that music video has so much energy and so much high production value. You guys have really set the bar really high for other bands to try and reach. Also, I like the intro. Yeah, I like the intro. It has, and there's a song by A Day to Remember. I don't know the actual name of the song, yeah, but it's known for this lyric for disrespect your surroundings. You probably know it. Disrespect your surroundings. Disrespect your surroundings. Yeah, love the way this song starts. It reminds me of that A Day to Remember song, you know, where they say like a really iconic line or an iconic opening line and then break down, yeah, or just a heavy riff comes in. Just reminded me of that. And then number 10 is, now we are remaining with 2 songs. Number 10 is Threat Level Midnight. Okay, so this one had a lot of stuff going on, this specific track. It had an elephant in the room intro, that's what I wrote. The riff in this song becomes eerie, it becomes scary, like something like that a Marilyn Manson would do. And then there's like a 5-finger death punch type of guitar work over here. Obsessed with this mess, dark thoughts in my head, I know. And the song moves from metalcore to like hard rock. That's actually what I wrote. So shout out to Jojo Tsula. You can hear him like, I don't know what they call it. I don't know if they call it fills. I don't know the terminology is used in drumming, but there's this thing he's doing with the cymbals where it's like, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's something with the cymbals, which was really cool. It was a really great touch. And I don't know what this song is about, but it also gives off a party vibe, yeah, like something that you'd play during like a house party, because at the 2-minute 30 seconds track the song turns into a party anthem. That's what I said. And lastly is Aphelion. Aphelion, which is, I think I'm just assuming this is a continuation of Perihelion. When the song starts, it starts with a Perihelion lyrics. It feels like a Perihelion part 2. And also at minute 2, at the minute 2 mark, it also starts to sound like Perihelion. These are the way the song is arranged and the way the guitar work is done. It's very reminiscent of Perihelion, the previous track. There's this lyric I liked when the song is ending where it says, searching, waiting for a sign from the sun. I really like that because of the alliteration, you know, the SSS. I'm planning to give this album a bit more listen so that I can just, you know, digest the lyrics. And unless there's like a lyrical video, you may not get all the lyrics correctly. So I decided to focus more just on the musicianship of the song. And generally, really dope album. Overall, I think what I would have to say is that the pacing in this album is fantastic. You would listen to the album from start to end without getting bored or without feeling like, oh, it's becoming too much. Yeah, you know, really great pacing. No song here is worth skipping. LYT really did a really good one here. This is a mammoth of an album, this one. My rating would have to be a strong 8.5 to 9, around there. Yeah, 8.5 to 9. I can't really complain. I can't tell you how to make it better, but I think this is some of the best work that you've seen from a Kenyan metal band, and I think all other bands should, you know, try to aspire this level of quality production wise, and just also musicality. Lyrically, the album is so dope. There's so much thesaurus, dictionary words that you have to look through, and it goes to show you how deep the band is. Alright, that was my review of this album. If you haven't listened to it, I'm also going to leave the link in the description section if you want to go check it out. I'm also thinking that I'm going to leave LYT's YouTube channel on this channel. So if you want to check them out, maybe you're brand new, you've never even heard of them, you want to go check them out, please go do so. And LYT nimewa support by buying that album from Bandcamp. Please make sure to smash like if you liked my review. I try to be as detailed as possible. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. And on this screen, I'm going to leave other album reviews, some other videos that I recently did. If you haven't checked them out, please make sure to do so. All right, cheers.